Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alex. Today we're going to talk about confidentiality, data security, privacy. If you're going to make big money moves, confidentiality, data security, and privacy must be at the cornerstone of your operations. No one wants to do business with gossipers. In the world today, which is very competitive, trade secrets must remain confidential if you're going to keep competitive. Let's watch and learn something. Cheers. So what is confidentiality? Confidentiality is basically an obligation to keep private information secret. This obligation is usually contractual, whereby one party is expected to keep private information secret. That means that it should not be in hands of third parties or other individuals, except where permission is expressly granted to release such information. Most rich people prefer to keep their private dealings, associations, their business dealings private. So gossip will not look good on you if you want to make big money moves in the long run. In the corporate world, most banks or organizations prefer or have obligations of confidentiality. Most contracts have clauses of confidentiality, whereby you do not have to release private information to people unless you're expressly allowed to do that. People want to feel secure in their dealings, knowing that their private information would not leak and they will not find it in the day-to-day gossip of the world. Most organizations sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, for this purpose, and these agreements must be honored if you're going to stay in business, or if customers and clients are going to trust you. Business, after all, is about trust. What are the types of confidentiality that we know, the common ones? The first one we're going to look at is doctor-patient confidentiality. This is an obligation that our doctors or medical practitioners have towards their patients, to know that their patients expect them to keep their medical information private. You wouldn't want to find your medical information in the day-to-day gossips of our societies. You probably will not go back to such a hospital if they leaked your medical history or your medical details. Of course, there are exceptions that are specified under the law, but on the overall, doctors are expected to keep their clients' information and medical history private. The second type of confidentiality we're going to look at is attorney-client confidentiality. This is the obligation that lawyers have towards their clients to keep their information private. This means that information that lawyers obtain from their clients is privileged and should not be in the day-to-day gossip of our societies. In this era of social media, it is important to realize such obligations and honor them. No one wants to find their information that was given in private or in confidence out there on social media or on other gossip pages. Breach of such obligations can have far-reaching consequences to clients, to their defense of their cases, or to the prosecution of their cases. So lawyers must honor such obligations. No one wants to deal with a lawyer who can't keep his mouth shut. If you're going to make big money moves as a lawyer, as an advocate, clients should be able to trust you. This means that confidentiality must be at the bedrock of your practice. The third type of confidentiality we are going to look at is bank and customer confidentiality. This is the obligation that banks have towards their customers to keep their information private. Customers' banking information must not be in their gossip pages, or should not link to social media platforms, or should not be subject to gossip of bank staff or any other circles. Customers should be able to trust their banks to keep such information confidential. Customers' banking information, such as loan details, account statements, personal information, must remain confidential. The only exception is where the law requires such disclosures, or where a customer approves of such or any disclosures regarding that information. Other than that, customer confidentiality is key when it comes to banking. Another aspect where confidentiality is key in our lives is our social lives. If you're going to make big money moves, you have to have good social capital. Good social capital means that you have high net worth people around you to support your business, to support your hustle. No one wants to associate with gossipers, except of course if gossip is your trade, such as gossip pages or gossip companies, yes, or gossip organizations. But other than that, most people prefer to work with people who have some levels of confidentiality. You know, even in gossip businesses, there's a certain degree of confidentiality that is expected or required. Human resource experts will tell you that gossip can kill a good working environment and can make a working environment toxic. So it is important to be a person who does not engage in unnecessary gossip, especially where confidentiality is expected or required. If you're going to make big money moves, confidentiality must be part of your lifestyle and of your operations. No one wants to work with gossipers. I hope this has been a good engagement for you and you've learned something. We do one-on-one trainings on such topics. We conduct tailored and specialized legal trainings that are required of your corporate businesses. Contact us through our email that is contained in the description below. I hope this was helpful. Subscribe and like. Until next time, cheers.